Welcome to the Biz Builder Spotlight Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Sherman. Today, we're honored to have Felicia McCoy, the founder of BG Promotions, a marketing consulting agency based out of Georgia in the greater Atlanta area. Welcome to the show, Felicia.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
So, to get us started, what are you working on right now? What are you spending most of your time on?
Right now, we are currently we're spending a lot of time consulting with new clients or customers who are needing help with their business platforms. I have a couple of new startup companies and then a couple of companies that have been in existence and they're needing helping with marketing. So lately, we've been doing a lot of consulting, and we just beginning of the year, we've already built 3 websites. And we also are offering laptops, all-in-one PCs, and as well as tablets. And when they purchase one of those, we offer a VR headset. So, that's for the technical world of people that want to go in the universe. But we give you one of those to go with it. But that's pretty much what we have going on right now. Besides that, I'm a full-time business owner. I'll say this. I do work for a company as a director marketer, but then I also do my business outside of that company. And then I'm a part-time student at Georgia State University. So I am working on or finishing my associates in business administration. And then I'll transfer to the Atlanta campus and start my bachelor's program for the entrepreneurship program at the JMAC Robertson College, which is off the chain. They have a great program for anyone that's interested in being getting your bachelor's in entrepreneurship. And so that's a lot. That's what I have going on in the
Yeah, you got a lot of
2025
things going
year.
on. So
A
tell me
lot
a
of
little
things, Jonathan.
bit, tell me a little bit more about the computer thing. So you're not actually manufacturing
Yes.
the computer in your kitchen, right?
Exactly. Not in the kitchen, but we what we are doing in the kitchen is doing that website for that laptop. But what I would say is, yes, we have a distribution company that would customize those laptops if they want a tablet. What I love about the tablets are they are all are able to do phone calls. So you have a cellular option as well as, of course, you get the Wi-Fi, but now you have a cellular option on those tablets, and they come with an what you call like the eyeball. So you can see, so you can have a Zoom call on there. And back in the day, these tablets didn't have those cameras in them, but now they do have cameras. Our laptops are authentic. Okay. So basically, we have double screen with your keyboard. So, and they're touch screen. So you have a screen at the top, then you have a screen here. And so we have all different types of laptops. You can write on your laptop, take notes. We have laptops that are for e-commerce businesses. And it doesn't really matter what type of business you have. We can accommodate you, customize it. And that laptop is going to be good for you up to 3 to 5 years. So
So how are you finding your customers for these computers and laptops?
So basically, we do all type of marketing. We market online on all different digital platforms. We're on social media, for instance. We're on Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We also do foot marketing. You cannot go wrong with foot marketing. So a few times a week, we go in the field and we will do some door-to-door businesses. We go to businesses, we present it. And it's so funny. I don't have my tablet here. I have a tablet that I present with that has the name Mataratus on it. That's our distribution company. And so we'll take these laptops, or the tablets in and show them hands-on. This is what we can do for you. And it's a personable 24-hour customer service. And we're, like I said, it's a personable invitation when you go in hands-on and show the customer. So you don't go wrong, and referrals. So a lot has lately have been referrals. Now, yeah, we are like any other company, Apple, uh, and Lenovo. Lenovo came out a few years ago. So we're just like Lenovo. Because people say, well, what make y'all different? What make us different is that we have authentic laptops. They have and they come with terabytes of storage, 32 grams, 32 RAM. You ran grams, gigabytes. So we will make sure, and again, cut 24-hour customer service. We're going to make sure you're taken care of. And what I find of going to Georgia State, there's a lot of students that don't have computers. So
Interesting.
it is very needed, a lot of it, because some people don't have a lot of, may not have access to Wi-Fi, but now that's easy to get now. So I know I can live in an apartment and use Wi-Fi around here, all the stores and stuff, but
Right.
they don't have the tool. So we want to present that tool to you so that it is accessible and easy to use, and you'll be happy with that tool.
What led you down this journey to go into the computer business?
So I've been in marketing for over 25 plus years. So I started doing marketing as door to door. Back in the day, we didn't have technology. You only had your feet and hands. So you had to get out there and move. Yeah, you had your newspapers. You can run an ad in the paper and magazines. So I've always did foot marketing, and then it transitioned around 2009, 2010. I got acclimated with Facebook. And when Facebook came around, I was like, oh, this is a better way than me walking around, to get to the people. So I became a Facebook developer. I applied for a position and I was behind the scene. So I could see a lot behind the scenes. I also was able to develop apps and I would learn how to develop because at that time they provided you training when they hired you as a developer. I was a developer for about 5 years before they transitioned Facebook, you know. But why the path of technology, having the laptops and the tools? Now, I'm gonna be honest. The company sought me out. They sat and watched me before they came on to me. And when they came to me, they read me my rights. I said, wait a minute now, you're not a scammer, are you? You're not scamming me, are you? So we develop a relationship over a couple of months, and now we've moved to the next level. This company is trademarked, they're copyrighted. We help businesses if you want to be a trademark company, we can help you get there. We can help you get all your ducks in a row. But so it's so much to me coming into this place, because when people knew me, they used to call me paparazzi because I always had my camera. So, I'm always around taking pictures and videoing and capturing things. And then I would put it on social media. So people was like, oh my God, we need to follow her. She got all the stuff. So I used to be out there, you know, but I got used to learning how to use the internet. And so, I've started building websites. I had a photography studio. Well, most commonly, if you got a photography studio, the people are going to come in there and say, well, I need a website. Do you do graphic design? So I started learning, self-teaching myself. Then I started taking classes, learning how to do these things. And so now I'm building websites, I'm creating content, I'm doing video commercial reels, I'm doing it all, as a only person business. So I've grown. Over the years, I decided in 2020, let me go full time in this and do this thing. So that was when COVID came in to meet us. And
Yeah.
so I started my company, laid us off. I said, I'm gonna go full time faith. Full time faith. That's what I call it. I'm going full time faith because people need me. And that year, I rose up to 55 clients and I was able to have outsourced it to people to help me do the work, you know, but it started trailing down over those
That's a,
years.
that's a lot of clients to handle at once.
It was. And I got to see that. What I learned is that these no one had any tool. A lot of them didn't have a website. They didn't have a website, but they didn't have a laptop to go on a website. And then we always used our phones for everything. So the phones have also evolved over the years, so you still need a laptop, you still need a tablet, you need something that is standstill or all-in-one PC. Well, it used to be the big old fat monitors, you know,
Sure.
no big old things, but now it all comes in a PC, is what we call it, a computer that's stationary. So you really need both. You need one at home and you need one to travel with. So this is why when this company came to me, I was like, oh my, you all I need. You really close the gap for people that need the tool. And so without that tool, and then here's the other thing, we're more affordable. We're affordable. So that's another thing. You go online, laptops starting at minimum $800-900.
Sure.
We have some at $500-600.
I see.
Still with the same gigabyte space, still what you're gonna get, but now you're gonna get something more personable because it's all about relationship building. I've my background has been retail. I was a general manager at GNC for 2.5 years. I left there and went to Title Max, and I was the general manager there for 3 years. And guess what they believed in is old school door to door. So once a week, I had to go out there and knock on the door. And we had to go into businesses like AutoZone and leave at night. You remember, you used to walk in there and see all these brochures, and you would pick one up that say Title Max. And so we would go in Subways and all these places that would let us leave our brochures. And that is how I would get my business in that area. That's how I got my clients. When will it come in Title Max with that title, for that car, get that money.
Right,
But
right.
so
That's
all
great.
of
That's
the
great. It's a lot of
things,
hustle.
it is a lot of hustle. See, even in retail, we still got to hustle. So, I incorporate those things into me. You know, I was the top store number one for 3 months in a row and in the top for 6 months in a row for GNC. I
Awesome.
was I was like challenge. Come on. And then what was good for me is that we had a gym right now in that same, and we were in a plaza. The gym was down there, so they had to come see me. And I would tear them up, give them chews, give them all these vitamins and everything. I would every day I end with my goal. They say, "What's wrong? What you be doing?" I said, "Listen, you teach people and you give them what they need. You don't give them what they want. You find out, what their elements are. Or do you have any type of health issues? Because what you came in here for may not be what you need. And so I would give them what they need versus what they came in there for. And a lot of times it'll be the same cost for that one item they came in. I'll give them 3 or 4 items for the same cost. So now I'm meeting my item I got to reach a goal of how many items I got to sell by the end of that day. Then I had the money goal. I had to reach that goal. So I was doing it nonstop. Having that gym and that plaza made it easy for me, but I incorporate all that into my business of that I've learned over the years, and that is why I'm still growing. I'm still scaling because I'm helping others scale, and I can't without my client. I can't scale without you. And so this is the energy that I bring. It's like I'm naturally energized. I'm an energized bunny. Just keep on.
What are some of the bigger challenges you're facing right now?
Oh my goodness. The biggest challenges is to find the right client. That is the biggest challenge because a lot of clients, they don't know what they need. They don't, well, I'll say this. Having those clients find me is the biggest problem that I'm having, is finding the ones that need me. They don't know me yet because they haven't found me, but I'm here. I'm here. So that and the fact that a lot of and I'm just being honest with you today, Jonathan, a lot of my softwares that I use have doubled in price. So it is starting to become a challenge. So I don't want to have to increase my costs for my clients. I want to increase my clientele. You know what I mean? I have
Yeah.
more clients. I don't have to increase my cost in what I need to get the job done. And so those are my challenges right now. Um, getting those people to find me. That's
Who
it.
is your ideal client?
Well, my ideal client is either a startup business, a business that don't have time to do the work, okay? And a client that just says, I'm gonna give it to you. I know I'm gonna let you handle it. That's it. Those are my ideal clients. It doesn't matter what industry you're in because a lot of times the people don't have the foundation correctly set up. A lot of people start their business, but they miss so many elements when starting that business. So some of these people have to come back to the basis and let's clean that up. then we can market your brand the proper way. But if you start your business and you building your own website and you're doing this, trust me, there are some things that you are missing. And a person of my knowledge will teach you how to do it because something could happen to me at any day. So I want to teach, my knowledge to others, to other entrepreneurs and businesses, the steps that they've missed. That's why I have so many consultations recently, because a lot of people that have been in existence have missed some of the steps. They didn't get their DNB, their Dun and Bradstreet number, which is the social security of the business. There's a lot of them that missed that step. A lot of times when they don't do it, the government gonna do it for you, and you can go out there and search your business, and you'll say, "Oh my God, how did they get all this information?" Well, because it's reported. So you have really that year you come in business, you got to report that, or it's gonna be reported for you. Actually, it's like reported within 30, 40 days, 45 days. So those are stuff they miss and they don't even realize they have because like I says, there's a way to build business credit, but you have to have that DNB, and then you have to understand who accepts my business credit. So these are all lessons. I provide training classes. Last year I did about, let's say, 15 trainings. I did three for I have a nonprofit called Our Kids Are Our Future. So I teach technology to our youth. I did three training classes last year doing that. So and the other ones with my adults. So I do teach as well, not as consistent as I like to, but that's because I'm in school. So I'm just trying to gravitate to that. So I do one-on-one consultations right now.
So you have your hands in a lot of different pots. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where would you like to be?
I want honestly a professor. I want to teach at Georgia State. I want to be a professor. I want to be a virtual online teacher because I want to. I have been teaching the teachers at my school. They use some foreign softwares, and sometimes it's not clear. So I have helped a couple of my teachers. So I still need to get my book knowledge, but I am very digitally and technically savvy. So that's
That-
basically.
That's interesting. So for the interim, you're going to be focusing on helping clients, but in the
Yep.
longer term, you like to be focusing on helping students.
Yes, yes. Well, it's just, yeah, students are the same. So basically, whether it's I want to teach at Georgia State, but I also want to teach we have a school. Well, I'm putting it out a little too early, but we have a school intact that we're building behind the scene, and it's going to be for entrepreneurs, small businesses to come in and get knowledge. And my knowledge is going to become in content creating, how to teach them how to create their own content, because that's where my gifts are. I'm very talented in creating commercials, and I can show them how to use the tools properly. And what comes with those things are knowledge that happens to surround the marketing when you're learning how to create content creation. Right now, I can give you something like Canva, for instance. Canva is came out. Well, Canva been out for years. A lot of people don't know. I was using Canva almost 10 years ago, and they would charge you for one design. And now they evolved it and came back, and now it's a software you can build content on. Now you have title tagging is what we call it. So I've been doing title tagging for over 8, 9 years, where you put your title tags in the content after creating. At that time, I used Adobe Photoshop. So you will put the keywords in it. Now Canva allows you to do it. It's a lot of people don't know that, but you got to teach the people because we learn stuff because it's new, and we just get right to it. We don't really go through the training.
Right, right. That's interesting. That's interesting too about Canva. I'll have to look into that. Um,
Yes,
so are you still going door to door and dropping
I
brochures to
sure am.
clients?
Yes, if I had one right now, I'll show you my brochure. I have a brochure. I pre-packed them. I have goodies in it. I have my little calendar that say BG Promotions in it. My mom gave me some blessed pens with my business name on them. I stick a pen in it. And then there's pamphlets of information about my business and what we offer the clients, and then everybody don't get one. So when I go into the office or business, I greet myself. I honestly go off the energy of the people, the person I'm talking to. So if they, they are not don't want to feel like bothered or something like that, I'm just gonna really hand them the card with the calendar. I'm just gonna give them that. They're not gonna get the pamphlet because the pamphlet is for a person I know that's interested in working with me.
I see.
So,
Are you
so
doing
I
are
go
you
door to door.
are you doing paid media and organic?
I do. I run ads on Google, and I run ads on Facebook and LinkedIn. And not only for my business, I have three other clients that I write campaigns for, and I run them online. I tell them quit buying billboards and run these campaigns digitally. I have a truck stop called Percoy's Truck Parking Company. It's
Uh-huh.
right there. I know that's extra, but I have a lot. I do paid media. Yes,
Is there anything you need help on from anybody? Did you want some
I
connections
do.
or
I do need help with more graphic designers on my team, more video editors. I can get the content. I need help with editing. Editing is another part. So I don't take on, so I do multitask, but it's spread out. So I'm very flexible because as in marketing, people say, "Oh, you do a whole lot of things." I have a team. So we cover a lot of things in marketing. Yeah, yes, I have done it all, but now I outsource a lot to my team.
right?
In order, being in order to be WeBank and being, I'm a certified business owner, Women Business International, NGLCC, the Chamber of Council. So I am certified in all these platforms, these organizations. And so you have to maintain levels in these organizations, and I'm trying to level up so that I can be on a different platform in these organizations. And that does mean you have to hire, you have to, so that's those are my goals as well, to be behind. I'm just the mouth. I'm the mouthpiece for the people. That's why I started BG Promotions, is really to be the person to help expose other business owners, other talents. So that's why I started BG Promotions, and I have, you know um kind of scaled back on all the things that I do from, alone. I
Yeah.
now outsource it. So, if you're needing help in marketing, there are so many aspects in marketing, but there are, where we're strong at is what we push. And that is marketing with content creation, video commercial reels, and providing you the tools you need and the knowledge you need to scale your brand. Yeah.
If people need to reach you, what's the best way to contact you?
So you can reach me on all platforms at BG Promotions Inc., except Facebook. Facebook is BG Promotions 1. I did get scammed. So if you do go to that
Oh,
page, someone has took control over it back in 2020. Someone took my page from me, and they're posting awful things on it. So I have to clear that. But everything else is BG Promotions Inc. INC. And that's BG Promotions with the SINC, on all platforms. And basically you can email me at contactme@bgpromotionsinc.com or visit my website at bgpromotionsinc.com.
awesome.
And
Well,
through me, they see you. It's go time.
hey, yeah, as long as people avoid the Facebook imposter, that's awful.
Oh, you're right. Oh my gosh. That's been and I report it, but with things changing, no one is really managing Facebook now. It's
Now
like,
it's a bunch of bots. Yeah.
yeah, this bots that, then they harassing you. So I use really those platforms to market, so you have to, when you build these campaigns, you can't just do what Facebook tell you. You got to target your own audience. And a lot of people be like, Facebook be like, you want me to target the people that's close to you or whatever? And they be like, yeah. And then they pay the campaign and let it run. No, you have to be detail oriented when you set these campaigns up on any platform. So that I do run them on those platforms, and I targeted the right people, bad or good. I did an event recently, a skating event, and I got so many hits off the skating. And they
Skating.
were, yeah, but you had people that were rude. I got it all. But it comes with it. You're not gonna make everybody happy, But what all I care, it was being seen and it was getting out there. So I took the good, took the bad with the good. But
Is there anything else you want to cover before we wrap up?
um there isn't anything I have. Um, just that if you are in need of any marketing assistance and you just want to even have a conversation, I am open to having a conversation. You can go to set up an appointment at callthat'sall.com, just like that.
Oh, I love it. All right. Well,
Thank you.
Felicia, it's been great talking with you.
You
And
too.
yeah, and I really loved hearing about all the different things you're involved in. You got your fingers in a lot of different pots.
Thank you so much. Yes, got to stay busy.
You got to stay busy. So we'll keep in touch, and I look
Yes,
forward to hearing about your success stories.
I appreciate it. Thank you for this time. I really do appreciate it. Will I get a copy of this too?
Yes, you will. Absolutely.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Good luck. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You
Bye
have a
now.
great one, Jonathan.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you.